I'm Calvin Chapman with the Hgp Sports Cast. The GTT Limacol Interclub Tournament, coordinated by Petra Organization, likely to become a calendar event during the playing of the Stag Elite League. Here's more.
The newly installed GFF executive of the Guyana Football Federation's president, Wayne Ford, at the time of being elected to office, pledged to be all-inclusive.
There is no other way to pursue success at this task that we have before us. We have to find a way to include every member of the Guyana football fraternity, the government, business community. We have to have all hands on deck. So that is the model that we will be pursuing from day one.
Giving brief remarks recently at the presentation ceremony of the just concluded GTT Limacol tournament, Marketing and Communications Director of GFF, Raul Tony, alluded to the GTT Limacol tournament forming part of a strategic program.
GFF would have been paying close attention to this tournament, especially our technical department, and would have come up in ways in which the GFF could help Petra to make this tournament one of the biggest in the future. The Guyana Football Federation is looking forward to working closely with Petra and also the other sub-association, if they could get them on board, to help develop this tournament. It comes at a time, it's played actually at a time in the year when there's a little lull in football, and it came this year at a time when everything's centered around the Elite League, the Stag Elite League, and I think Petra, what they initially wanted is to give the other teams who did not cut in to qualifying for the Elite League, give them something else of standard to play for.
Regardless, football must play at all levels, and this should be paramount in the minds of the administrators of the sport. Director of Petra Organization, Troy Mendonza.
We as administrators, we need to think seriously about our roles and function whenever we're being elected to office. Right now, there's a lot of, as you know, bad publicity in terms of FIFA and their executives, but the sports still play. So my point is, at the end of the day, I want to appeal to all administrators that no matter what happens, no matter what is your agenda, let us think football. Let the game play on the field and not in the offices or not on the street sides or wherever the case might be. And I think that approach would see us move forward as a nation.
Petra Organization coordinated a tournament for clubs not playing in the Stag Elite League. However, only the Upper Demerara Football Association, Barbies Football Association, and the East Coast Football Association responded. Petra is looking forward to a bigger stake in 2016, attracting more clubs in the tournament.
Clubs and individual winners in the just concluded GTT Limacol football tournament received their hardware and cash prizes on Wednesday evening, December 9th.
GTT Marketing Executive Alison Parker remarked that the tournament was well executed by Petra and she will lobby for the continued sponsorship of the GTT tournament.
Something about the Petra group that I think other sports groups should emulate. The words that come to my mind about them are determined, disciplined, and you know what? They delivered. We want to compliment you for your organizational skills. It was evident throughout the tournament, and we are more than pleased to have been associated with you. If I have my way, it would be next year and the following year and the next year and the next year. I think I would be able to, in some way, convince the people who hold the purse strings by me, because it's indeed a good tournament and we recognize the wonders that the Petra Group.
Dwayne Ackett, Finance Director of the new GPC, pledged his company's support for the tournament in the future.
GPC was glad to be part of this GT Limacol tournament, the first ever. Next, let me just say congratulations to the 8 teams who took part in this tournament in a short period of time. It was organized by the Petra Organization Group. And we'd like to congratulate the winner of the tournament, Mile Rock, and all the teams that participated too in the tournament. We're glad to be part of this, and we're looking forward to be part of it next year too.
Malrock receives the Champions Trophy and $500,000. First runners-up Victoria Kings collected $250,000 and trophy. The third place top 20 pocketed $125,000 and Winners Connection $75,000 respectively, along with trophies. There were trophies and cash incentives for the MVP, most goal scorer, best goalkeeper, and best coach.
In the first Sir Frank Worrell Test match between Australia and West Indies, the home side has amassed 438 runs for 3 after day 1. Adam Voges 174 and Sean Marsh 139 are not out. Jamal Warrican, who took 2 early wickets, says something is in the pitch for him. At the close of play, he had bowled 22 overs for 111 runs at an economy rate of 5.
Yeah, I thought it would have been a lot faster, but wasn't the case, and I thought we would have got some assistance with the new ball. But it turned out to be a very good batting track, and it showed it Marsh and Voges as well.
Guyanese batsman Rajendra Chandrika is in the team and will be gunning for a big score. The Georgetown and Lower Quarantine franchises both registered victories in the 4th round of the Cricket Guyana Inc. Local Franchise League on Wednesday. Here's more. At GCC, half-centuries from Jitendra Sukhdeo and Sharafin Rutherford helped Georgetown held off West Demerara by 53 runs. Batting first, Georgetown scored a competitive 241 for 7 off the 5th overs. Sukhdeo's innings, which was his second consecutive half-century, included 5 fours, and Rutherford's knock was decorated with 4 boundaries and 3 sixes. In reply, West Demerara was held to 188 in 48 overs. They never threatened Georgetown's total. Ganesh Narain top scored with 52, hitting 2 fours and 2 sixes. At Albion, Lower Quarantine continued their unbeaten run as they disposed of East Coast Demerara by 56 runs. Batting first, the home team was bowled out for 189 in 45.5 overs. Former national middle order batsman Gajanan Singh top scored with 34, while Jamal LaFleur hit 33 and his older brother Eugene LaFleur stroked 32. Bowling for East Coast Demerara, Stephen Sankar followed up his 4-wicket haul yesterday with figures of 4 for 37 off his 10 overs, while Anthony Eiffel took 3 for 34. In reply, East Coast Demerara was restricted to 143 all out in the 43rd over. Brian Satar top scored with 60 while hitting 7 fours. Stephen Ramdas and Stephen Sankar chipped in with 21 each. And that concludes the HGP Sportscast.